What's going on, everybody? It's Garnet here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing this video. I'm going to be using Ableton in this video, and what I'm going to be talking about is how to create and mark sections in a song or arrangement. So I'm just going to go through this process. So right now I'm in scene mode. So that's where you see all these little cells and these rows and columns and stuff. Now, I'm not going to be using this mode. I'm going to be using arrangement mode. And the way to get into arrangement mode is by pressing tab. So now that I'm in arrangement mode, now I'm going to import the song I'm going to use. So I click on the MP3 here. Just take this out the way. Put this over here. You can just easily just drag it to measure 1. And boom, there we go. So I just dragged the MP3 into an audio channel and then it shows up. Now there are a couple things I need to do to make the workflow a little bit easier. So in order to create the markers, I'm going to go to key, and I'm going to click on set, because set is what you use to create the markers. And I'm going to use the letter K. And as you can see here, it says key K, and then locators, and then it says it's going to add a locator. Now, as you can see here, the BPM, I check out the BPM, and the BPM is 82.99. I'm gonna just bump it up to 83. I'll just do it that way. So now, once I'm finished with that, I'm gonna start setting up my sections. All right, so what I'm actually gonna do here is set it it was at 82.99. I bumped it up to 83. But it's not lining up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the first beat and line it up with the first, beat in a measure. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it over to measure 8. So it lines up. So it actually is 83 BPM. It's just that the beats weren't lined up. And just to double check, I like to use the metronome. So once I get that taken care of, I'm actually going to set my first marker there. Now I'm going to go back to where I set up the key, and I'm going to just press the K key. Right? I'm going to press K. Boom. There goes the marker. Right? Then to name it, I'm going to click on the triangle there. I'm going to go Command R, and then I'll be able to edit the name of the marker. So I'm going to call this, let's call this the verse. Okay, so I played through some of the song from that first marker I set up, and I'm here at measure 20, and I'm going to put a marker there. So I'm going to press the K button again, the K key. I'm going to press the triangle, Command R, and then I'm going to put verse because it repeats. All right, so I played through some more of the song, and I'm going to put a marker right here. So I'm going to press K, and this section coming up to me sounds like the bridge. Now, I'm calling it the bridge because it's another section, but I could change the title or the name of the marker at any time. It's not like everything is set in stone, but as long as I have the marker in place, that's the most important thing. So I'm going to do the same thing. I set the marker, press the triangle, go Command R, and I'm just going to put bridge again. All right, so I listened to some more of the tune, and I came to the realization that the song, I actually put it in 2/4 and instead of leaving it at 4/4, and I put it to 2/4 because I found that when the new section came in, that it came in on the third beat of a measure, and just for for my own sake, and it's a lot easier for me this way, I just put it to 2/4 because it will just count 1 2 1 2 1, and I want the new section to come in on a 1 and not on the 3. So I changed it from 4/4 to 2/4, and the way to do that is you just you can just click on the 2 here, right where it says 2, and change it to whatever number you need to, because it was on 4 and I just put it to 2. And in doing that, it made things a lot easier, and I am going to put a marker here because this is a new section. So again, okay, click triangle, Command R, and then we're going to call this verse, but there's a key change, so I'm going to say I'm going to call this verse parentheses new key. Now doing this is really helpful, because sometimes you could be playing for anybody, and you want to be able to mark off the sections. So this is a good way to get that done. All right, so I played through some more of the song, and here's another marker I'm going to put down, and this is going to be the vamp. So I set a marker right here, like so. I'm going to call this vamp. And I'm going to play some more of the tune to find out where the next marker is going to go. All right, so now I let the song play a little more, and I'm going to put a marker here. But I noticed that the section that I marked before, it wasn't necessarily a vamp. It was more of like an intro to the vamp. So I'm just going to rename that after I rename this section here. So this is the real vamp here. Or I'll just call it the band jam, but that's what it's called. I'm going to call it the band jam. It's important to know what to name your sections, because if you name the section the wrong section, it can definitely throw off the arrangement. So it's really important that you know what you name the section and what it is. All right, so I listened to some more of the tune, and I'm going to put my next marker here, and I'm going to call this special, because it's still in the vamp. Oops, I didn't press Command R, so I just made a little mistake here. Let me undo that. All right, here we go. There we go. Click on the triangle and R. You're going to call this a special because this is something that's happening in the vamp. All right, so after that special, it goes back to the top of the vamp. So I'm going to put a section there. Oh, and there's one thing that I forgot to do, and I should have been doing this the whole time after marking every section, which is to save it. All right, so I'm going to save it. Call it that. Boom. There we go. I guess you guys might have been wondering, man, when is he going to save it? He hasn't been saving it. Well, thank goodness I remembered. Okay, so after setting up the marker for the vamp, there's some hits at the end. So I'm going to put a marker there. So I'm going to put a marker right here. I'm going to call it end. and hits. And I'm going to save it this time. Make sure I remember this time saving. So this is what your arrangement will look like with all the markers. You can use this for when you're practicing by yourself or with a band, where you can kind of loop a section instead of having to, find exactly where the verse starts. You have everything pinpointed, ready to go. You could use this for when you're playing live. If you're using accompaniment, I'm trying it again. When you're using backing tracks, I'm trying to say accompanying tracks. Try and say that 5 times fast. Anyway, you could use this when you're playing live, and again, you have everything all mapped out, and it's very versatile. Using it this way because you can literally click on any marker and it will bring you back to that section. I think I did a video on that a while back, but I think I might do another one as a refresher. If you want me to do a refresher, please type something in the comments, let me know so I could get started and create it. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch this whole video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a question in the comment section, or if you have a request, again, leave that in the comment section. And if you like the video, please leave a like. I hope this video was helpful. I just wanted to share this knowledge with you because I'm also learning Ableton as well too, and I'm just sharing whatever I know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Enjoy your day, be safe, peace.